Sleep Hacking with London Real, brought to you by Bulletproof. Learn how to hack your sleep.
Society and economic model is that it's the kind of what Occupy was going for, the Occupy movement.
I wanted to get your thoughts on that too.
Yeah, well, it's just like the whole thing is, we live on one planet, spaceship Earth, as Buckminster Fuller used to call it. So we do literally have one chance. We've got this abundant Earth, abundant with resources, but they're not infinite. They are finite. They are going to run out. And at the moment, we're not really addressing that. It's still just business as usual. I guess, climate change and energy companies is the best example of that. Like, because of the infrastructure and because companies kind of only care about short-term profit, they're not thinking about the sort of destruction they're doing, or maybe they are. They're doing what they can, but they can't do enough because of the mammoth infrastructure. So it just becomes, you just get sort of stuck, I guess, in the sort of the system that we have.
Okay, that's good. And when it comes to politics, like when you look at the UK, is there the weird thing about the Zeitgeist is that it's looking for really almost like a 180-degree change, and sometimes it's hard to see how we're going to get there. When Ben McLeish was here from the Zeitgeist Movement, I said, Ben, what are 3 things I can do right now to get myself towards the Zeitgeist way of thinking? And a lot of what he said was like, do basics, Brian, shop local and buy local and do a lot of these basic things. But I was just wondering what you think about like the current UK or US political system and what you encourage people to do besides question things.
Mm-hmm. It's tough, because there's only so much you can do. Like the second protest I ever went on was the big one in 2003 before the war in Iraq.
Right.
When millions over the world were protesting in all the main cities.
Is this right before the US went in and people knew it was going to happen?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And I'm not even going to attempt to try and work out how old I was, but yeah, it was a long time ago.
Was this in London?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that did nothing. So I think what it did do is it sort of showed the government that they can't just go in and expect the public to stay quiet. They're at least going to have to control or quieten the public. So at least it kept them on their toes, so to speak.
Yeah, and I think it showed them, as we've seen in retrospect, that they will ultimately be accountable for some of those decisions.
Yeah. Not as accountable as they probably should be,
right.
But yeah. My mind's...
This week on London Real, we have astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I wake up every morning astonished that an astrophysicist can have 1.7 million Twitter followers. The cosmos is anything where it's a frontier of human knowledge of how the world works. There's so many forces that want to deny a scientific truth just because it conflicts with their ideology. I thought of myself, because I could wrestle, as sort of a defender of geeks. There is no teacher in any time in my life, from kindergarten through 12th grade and beyond, who ever would have said, he'll go far. And the act of finding out is the lesson, not the lesson itself.
On Sunday, London Real presents Neil deGrasse Tyson, Cosmos.
I'm happy to report that there's an appetite for the cosmos out there.